Hello, once again. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a Course in Miracles lessons, and we are on lesson 345 today. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Father, a miracle reflects your gifts to me, your Son, and everyone I give returns to me, reminding me the law of love is universal. Even here, it takes a form which can be recognized and seen to work. The miracles I give are given back in just the form I need to help me with the problems I perceive. Father, in heaven it is different, for there are no needs. But here on earth, the miracle is closer to your gifts than any other gift I can give. Then let me give this gift alone today, which, born of true forgiveness, lights the way that I must travel to remember you. Amen. That is the end of the prayer for this lesson. Peace to all seeking hearts today. The light has come to offer miracles to bless the tired world. It will find rest today, for we will offer what we have received. Remember that a miracle is a joining of two minds in one loving thought, in the same loving thought. And so it's not just stretch to think that we can offer a miracle. When we offer something that people cannot expect because they believe that they are sinful, when we offer that forgiveness, that release, that joining, there is a power of love that can transform any negative situation. We've seen it when there are physical events and crises in this world. People begin to join together, and we suddenly change our mind from that competitive lack, poverty, win or lose mentality to the we are simply joined as one and we must be one in this scenario. And then you see people helping others that they might not ordinarily help. That is part of the miracle mind. And so be willing today to look for places to join others or to offer others only love. And that is the divine love that we talk about, which is acceptance and forgiveness. There is no specialness in the love that we are talking about. Okay, let's see what Tina Spalding's channelings tell us. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. Your job here is to become miracle minded. Instead of offering hatred, separation, and fear, offer love, communion, and connection. Again, we want to remind you that this does not have to be done physically with people. It can and must be initially done within your own mind. You are monitoring what you think about people, what you feel about people, and what you are afraid of regarding people. That is where the work is done. That is where the miracle is created, in the miracle minded being. It is not a physical act until after the mind has been shifted and the thought processes have been healed. Once your mind is healed, then your behavior naturally follows suit. If you do not change your mind, then your behavior will cause you stress and conflict because acting more spiritual when you are not thinking in that way creates a rift within your mind. You are forcing yourself to behave in a way that you don't believe. That is what many people do in your world. They judge what they do, but they do not judge what they think. And they do not see that the thinking actually transforms the behavior permanently. You will see this in people who are trying to change their eating habits. They will immediately go to the effect, which is the food that they keep choosing. They will immediately go to the effect, which is the food they keep choosing that is putting weight on their bodies, and they will try to change the effect. However, they can only do it for so long a period. If you want to lose weight or gain weight, you first need to change your mind. Watch movies, documentaries, or videos about the things you want to achieve. Perhaps you will watch a video on somebody who is a very good athlete. You, not being a very good athlete, have no familiarity with this at all. But if you want to become fitter, let's say, you can watch information and learn from people who are fit. Because clearly, from your behavior and your physical structure, that's something You've been taught and you don't know how to do it. If you do not change your mind by reprogramming it and putting in new information, I will call it upgrading your software, your mind will want to go back to what it's always done and always known. Why? Because that's the ego's way. The ego does not seek improvement. Let me restate that. The ego does not seek improvement, it seeks sameness. So, if you've been taught unhealthy habits, you are seeing in your unhealthy behavior, the is choosing that. For some reason, somewhere, somehow, some way, that made sense to the ego. Remember, the ego's purpose is to keep the body alive. It does not want to be healthy. It does not actually want to keep you alive in the long term. It is a very, very short term focused aspect of consciousness. It says, if there's food in front of me, I'm going to eat it because there might not be food in an hour. That's a very, very short sighted, frightened, fear based belief. If I don't eat this food, there may not be any in an hour. Now, that is a very primitive part of the brain. That is the ego mind. The more involved you are with the higher frequency or upgraded mind, the more you will be able to say, there's plenty of food all over the place. I do not need to eat or overeat right now because I do not want the consequences in the long term. I also know, given my education and awareness, that food is always available. So I can eat a little bit now, and when I get hungry again, I can eat a little bit then. I don't need to stuff myself. Now, we are not judging the people who have weight or food issues. Your society is very distorted about this subject, and many of you have been abused through food, especially by the marketing systems on your planet. What we want you to know is that miracles starts in your mind. So begin there. Change your mind concerning those subjects that are not lovingly in alignment with your greater good and that you would like to change over the next little while. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. The ego mind sees this far ahead of itself. It sees what it perceives as a threat or an opportunity, and it acts on it rather than thinking in the long term. It's sort of the teenage mind or the childlike mind. It is more primitive. It is impulsive. It is not planning, and it's not thinking about how is it going to make you feel 20 minutes from now, 30 minutes from now. I even think of this when we're having conversations and there's that attack defend, and the ego would want to have that really cutting remark that comes back at people to cut them off and to knock them to their knees. But what happens often after we say those things to somebody is we walk away and go, wow, that did not feel as good as I wanted it to feel. That's because we were using the ego mind. If we come from a space of love, the unconditional love, again, we are creating miracles because we are opening up the door to having love received back. That we open the door so that the other person can receive the love as well and then project that back also. So when you are monitoring what you are thinking, you have to think about whether you are judging what you are thinking or you are judging how you're behaving. There was something in here, and I can't remember what it was that I wanted to make a comment about. We get so caught up in the physical actions. So many of us think that if we look the part, we are the part. And I've seen many people who do not walk their talk, if you will. They don't believe what they are saying. They go to church on Sundays, but the rest of the week they are sinful, if you will. They are not spiritual the rest of the week. That is kind of what we're talking about. The ego will have you do something in the moment because it will look good or it will appear to be right. And when we are in the fearful mode, we will take action on something that we know is not going to benefit us in the long run. So today, offer miracles. Offer miracles to yourself. Offer yourself love. Offer yourself the pause to consider If fear is coming up for you, what would love say? What would love do? How would love act? And when you take that pause, it may just stop the ego long enough to pull it off track so that you can take a different pathway, a pathway to miracles of love and connection with others. And so when you see other people and you are annoyed by them, maybe the first thing to do is just offer them love and light. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.